All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Moon and TBC BM taking place here on what I will say Ancient Isle. All right, solid parenting, good decision. Thank you very much, 42. I hope you guys, I'm glad that you agree with me. For those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, as K-Real has just said, hello YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you should have joined me on Twitch. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. What's going to go on in this Night Elf versus Undead matchup? This is on Ancient Isle. You can see, well, Moon is opening up for a standard timing Altar of Elders. We did see him go for a rather unorthodox Beastmaster with Quill Beast and Mass Dryads strategy, which turned out to be surprisingly effective. I think the reason why it is so effective, or it was so effective in that particular game, is many times players just tend to get tunnel vision and focus on heroes. And yes, heroes are the backbone of an army. They are incredibly important in the composition of an army, but at the same time, they are a very durable portion of that said army, making them much more difficult to take out. The Dryads were just poking around, taking down Ghouls, taking down Crypt Fiends, and just taking down a number of units until all the Undead player had was his 3 heroes. At that point, the Dryads attempted to take down the heroes, and you saw that that wasn't going very well. The Dryads, poison wasn't lasting very long, and on top of that, piercing damage is significantly reduced when going up against that heroic armor type. But there was nothing to really support the army, and that's what it really came down to. There are WarCraft 3 units and maps for SE2. They're going to use that. You guys know anything about Blizzard making a WarCraft 3 remake? I think I heard it last week. There's been a lot of discussions about a WarCraft 3 remake and a lot of rumors, but nothing really official as of yet. I do live... I actually do work... One of my offices is within a mile of the Blizzard headquarters. Oh my gosh, 14 hit points. This is going to get taken down. Wow, 24 hit points, and that Ancient of War actually backs off in time. So yeah, I'm hoping that if there's any additional, invites for WarCraft 3, I know that they did one earlier in the year. I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't invited. But then again, they did bring in the Back to Warcraft guys, and pretty much everyone from Europe and Russia were able to join in that there. Stop watching YouTube at work. All right. At future me. Well, let's take a look at what's going on here. Archer now looking to back up. You can see the Ancient of War is actually taking a large amount of damage, and there are Wisps trying to repair it. The Archer is going to go ahead and try and back off, but the Death Knight already has Dust of Appearance, so it will be able to easily, reveal any Archer that makes its way out. Death Knight now making its way back inside here. There is a large number of Ghouls, and all of a sudden Moon is going to be forced to deal with, well, a rather dangerous army while he's upgrading to Tier 2. Not enough Archers have been trained at this point to really fight back against all of these units. Only 2 Archers, and there's only 2 Moonwells out here as well. Wisp are now going to be making their way out here. Are we perhaps going to see some, perhaps some detonations as the Archers are going to try and heal back up? Yes, they do. 1 Archer low on hit points going to go ahead and swing back off to the north there, as the Ghouls, as they get low on hit points, are going to be backing up. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life is, well, under upgrade, so it is not going to be joining in on this fight. Back across over here, more Archers are being trained, as the Archers are going to pool together to try and pull out a victory. Meanwhile, up in the corner, you can see the Hunter's Hall is being established, and because it is being pressed up straight against that tree line, it will be difficult to try and get any sort of decent surround on that building. Meanwhile, Archer is still running around in a circle. Death Knight has not used Dust of Appearance as of yet, as the Unholy Aura is allowing them to chase after those units rather effectively. All right, getting into harm's way. Will that Archer be able to get back down to 62, down to 32 hit points? 1 or 2 more shots should be able to finish it off, but this is just buying the necessary time to try and, well, and prevent the Death Knight from being able to easily get back into this base. Archers now launching their volley of arrows to finish off some skeletal minions, as the Ancient of War now making its way back down to the south. Meanwhile, back across here, Death Knight getting only a little bit of experience, 65 experience compared to the Demon Hunter, who is sitting at level 2. but with, well, evasion and mana burn, that isn't going to be effective at pushing back that Death Knight just quite yet. The Death Knight doesn't need the mana since it went Unholy Aura first, allowing for faster movement speed. Seems someone like choosing the rush. Moon has some sort of disorder. That guy doesn't get rushed. Empty Moonwells. Yep, empty Moonwells are going to be causing a problem. We'll see if we are establishing more Moonwells here, and we need to try and get maybe one more Moonwell up before, well, 1 o'clock. Once you have all of these Moonwells up, even if you start building a Moonwell around 3 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden, by the time it's done, it's only going to have 100 mana in there because it's not going to be completed by daybreak. Meanwhile, Death Knight going to be coming across here, looking to finish off this 5-4-4 creep camp, and as this creep camp gets cleared out, that Death Knight will get to level 2. Now, what are Moon's options? There is an Ancient of War off to the south here, but it doesn't look like Moon will be able to establish up an expansion very easily. Skeletal minions are also being brought about here, as Moon only has a 24 supply army compared to 35. Death Knight now sitting at level 2, gonna go ahead and finish off that unit there, picks up a Wand of Illusion, does have a Death Coil, and now we can take a look at Panda being the unit to try and counteract all of the ghouls that we are currently looking at. Panda with Moonwells are incredibly dangerous since they're able to, well, blow over many of those ghouls. Trying to fight with an army of ghouls against a Panda and a bunch of, well, full Moonwells, the Panda is going to be able to easily just start chipping away at the hit points of the Death Knight and those ghouls. Hi, how you doing? Who is playing here? All right, this is TBC BM versus Moon. Moon, obviously the Night Elf player, and TBC BM by process of elimination is going to be the Undead player. Back down to the south, Panda still wandering around in circles, and there is a lot of action with nothing really going on. Lich gonna join in on the fight. Dust of Appearance gonna reveal those archers, and those archers gonna have a very bad day. There goes one. Another archer perhaps gonna try to double back around the other way as a mana burn goes across here. There's a Drunken Haze. Drunken Haze before Breath of Fire. Interesting choice there, as those units are now going to be slowed down just a bit. Panda, what is it going to really hope to do? Trying to break the chase here, as the Panda could perhaps get another Drunken Haze across. Meanwhile, back off to the north, skeletal minions causing them problems, as Dryads are going to be joining in on the fight as well. Dryads with that piercing damage, very powerful, and we will now need to see a transition away from ghouls into Crypt Fiends, as the Dryads with that slow poison will be able to finish off many of those ghouls, since they are going to be, well, lagging behind with that slower movement speed. Now, back down to the south here, mana burn back onto the Death Knight, but the Death Knight is just an illusion. Gonna be ignored pretty much, as you see a little bit of slow poison there. Death Knight now gonna be ignored back across. Meanwhile, Lich hoping to get to level 2. 5-3-3 creep camp will do it, since he does have 20 experience already. Demon Hunter looking to perhaps find the remaining units here. Death Knight, however, will steal some precious experience from that Lich, so that Lich will be staying at level 1, but with that Orb of Corruption, that -5 armor debuff still is so powerful. Back down to the south, Panda looking to perhaps get to level 2 here. With that Breath of Fire, should be able to finish off any of these ghouls, and especially with that Drunken Haze additional damage over time. We have an Obsidian Statue in play that will heal up much of that damage though, so in a war of attrition, well, the Night Elf, as long as he is fighting at his base, should be okay, but you got to remember, these Moonwells are not currently replenishing. 47 supply compared to 41. Moon jumps ahead in the overall supply lead, as the Panda and Demon Hunter look to continue this fight once again. Forest Troll Berserker will get taken down. Demon Hunter should be using that Potion of Replenishment right here. Nope, not going to be using it, as he now heads back off to the north. Ancient of Wonders taking a lot of damage. Ghoul is going to be able to finish this off extremely quickly, as the Obsidian Statue, no, Squirrel Town Portal already coming across. Rejuvenation onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter going to be able to benefit from that rejuvenation for at least a little while longer. Meanwhile, the Druids of the Claw are not going to be able to, well, turn into bears anytime soon. The Druids of the Claw, very, very big liabilities at this point. 505 supply units that can take, that can take focus damage from the Death Knight and the Lich, and still offer the same experience as a normal 4 supply unit. Alright, Druids of the Claw trying to fight back over here. Goblin Tinker added in by the Undead player to add in even more damage. And this timing attack, that's all I can really call it, coming in from TBCBM, is going to cause some serious problems. Death Knight does get up to level 3. Goblin Tinker now trying to get away. As you can see, the Clockwork Goblin Factory will get finished up. 47 supply compared to 46. Pretty much even, neck and neck. Panda sitting at level 2. Demon Hunter just shy of level 3. Coming back to the other side, Obsidian Statues, perhaps looking for that Destroyer upgrade. I think that Destroyer upgrade was just now completed. Yes, there it is. And now with Devour Magic, we're going to see Rejuvenation not be able to be used. However, the Dryads are in play, and without Crypt Fiends to focus down the Dryads, that can go sideways extremely quickly. The Destroyers will have to focus onto the Bears, but the Dryads have somehow been the front part of this army just because they move slightly faster. Back across here, we are looking at an Ancient of War rooted off. Here we are not seeing any expansion as of yet, as Moon just now starts a Tree of Life here at the 9 o'clock location. Boneyard getting up Frostworms. We are getting up more Obsidian Statues. No healing. Oh, excuse me. Only one healing currently available, as the Destroyers trying to figure out what they could really do. No Crypt Fiends still, and this is still the surprise right now. No Crypt Fiends means that those Dryads are still going to be a very major nuisance. The damage on them and the fact that they are magic immune, meaning that they cannot get Death Coiled or Frost Nova'd, is going to give them a very, very long battling time. TBCBM with a 10 supply advantage so far, but no one has a distinct advantage army size of TBCBM. If he can finish off the game and prevent this expansion from coming up, he should be able to come out of this smelling like a rose. Otherwise, Moon's economic advantage will give him the edge later on. Bears, now with that rejuvenation, Bears and Dryads. You can see one Destroyer there. Ghouls are now trying to make their way in. That Panda, so looking forward to getting to level 3 for that level 2 Breath of Fire, as the Frostworm, one Frostworm, just an illusion, not being joined in on the fight. Death Knight getting mana burned, losing 100 precious mana. Not a good idea at all, as the Frostworm now, well, trying to focus down some units. There's a bit of a slow there, as the Demon Hunter now trying to get away. Is he going to be able to get back? Damage coming across. You take a look. Pocket Factory creating a bit of a wall. Breath of Fire at the Panda. The Pocket Factory making it very difficult for the Panda to get away. Beautiful use of the building to just try and stop that Panda from getting back. Frostworms to continuing to do more damage as the Panda may get taken down. There goes the Panda, and now the Ghouls can run rabid across all of these Dryads, since, well, the attack is rather slow and the Ghouls are now already within melee range. Frostworms continuing to slow down these Bears. Bears trying to head back, but with nowhere to run, are going to get taken down. Moon is in serious trouble. Where is he going to go next, as all of a sudden this Demon Hunter is going to get surrounded? Potion of Invulnerability gives him a small window of opportunity, but this expansion will get shut down. And with Moon now down by 18 supply and losing this Tree of Life, has to just rely on his natural base defense to change things up. All right, one Frostworm, the only thing that was really needed right there. TBCBM doing a great job just holding everything together as the Skeletal Minions try to finish everything off, rather than spend too much time investing or trying to take down an Ancient of War. Gonna go ahead and go after this creep camp here. Lich will stay at level 2. Tinker will get to level 2, but Lich will get actually much closer to level 3, as we see Devotion Aura being left behind. Lich, is it going to actually make it? No, 12 experience shy. As you can take a look back off to the north here, Moon looking to clear things up as well. You can see the Dryads, the sheer mass number of Dryads finishing everything off here. Is there enough units, enough Dryads to deal with this Frostworm Destroyer army? But there is still a large number of Ghouls. Panda is back out on the field, but still sitting only at level 2. Really needs to get level 3. 50 supply compared to 70. Currently, well, Moon is the one that is currently behind supply-wise, but does have a slight economic advantage because of that. Level 4 now on the Demon Hunter. Level 3 will be given to that Panda. Perhaps a Ring of Regeneration will be given over to the Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter needs a lot more hit points right here, right now. Tome of Agility gonna be left behind because, well, Pandas and Demon Hunters don't read books. Dryads coming across here, catching some units off guard. Dryads gonna go ahead and join in. Breath of Fire, but I don't think it hit a lot of units. Demon Hunter down to 246 hit points after a Scroll of Healing. Still has an Ankh of Reincarnation. Panda coming across here is going to be able to perhaps, yes, another Breath of Fire, Ankh of Reincarnation. combination. Is it going to be enough, though, as the Frostworm tries to get away? Down to 64 hit points. It looks like it will be able to back off at least for a little while longer. Dryads poking apart all of those Frostworms. Panda gets shut down as the Ghouls finally come across to take down the Dryads. A big fight here, 41 supply compared to 68, as TBC BM inches out over Moon in this matchup. A higher hero score, and really, this was a repeat of what we saw in a similar game earlier, except for this time around, the Dryads just couldn't finish off enough of the army before the heroes were pretty much left on their own. The hero advantage, or excuse me, the supply side advantage of TBC's BM army allowed him to, well, just get out ahead, also saving those low hit point Frostworms and denying experience to the Panda, and that Demon Hunter was key as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.